guys, it's Abby. Another day, another video about the pool, am I right? Well, today, this video is going to be all about chemicals in your pool and what we use in our weekly routine when it comes to the pool, because it can be very hard to figure out. Now, I am going to say this as a disclaimer. I'm not a pool professional. What I say may not be right, but this is what I have learned so far with a bunch of videos and a bunch of research, and I'm not one to just go ahead and jump the gun on one research that I find out. I watch multiple videos to get an idea, because one person may say this and another person may say that. So I've just kind of took it all to see what would be the best for us and what fits our pool the best to keep it nice and clean. So I thought I would share with you some pool chemicals that we use, and also a new pool chemical that we had to get because we're having an issue with our pool. And that's what I'm going to title this video. We're having an issue with our pool, because we are. Anytime I test the pool with these Clorox pool strips and I put it onto the website, little app, the scan strip thing, it always says our chlorine level is low. But we have tons of chlorine in our pool because we keep chlorine tablets in the dispenser at all times. And currently, we have switched over our chlorine tablets from the 1-inch ones to the 3-inch. And I want to say thank you to one of my commenters who said that for my size pool, I will need about 3 of these tablets in my pool. So one thing is, I have changed it up. So thank you to that commenter. I really appreciate you. And I have started to put 3 in there. Well, I went and tested again, and it's still low. So I had to go on the web, Google, or just say it how Nicolas Cage says it. He says, surf the web. So I had to surf the web to figure out what is going on. And the thing is, I've watched many videos and they're like, as long as your pH is good, your alkalinity, and your chlorine level, that's what makes a good pool. That's the 3 things you got to worry about. Well, our alkalinity was staying pretty good. Our pH is good in our pool, but our chlorine always stayed low. So I looked into that to see what is going on, and it's because our stabilizer is very, very low in our pool. Like, it's literally 0. It's so low. So what happens is, let's say you go out into the sun, and to protect you, you put on sunscreen. This is one way a girl described it, and I think it's the best way. You go out in the sun, you put on sunscreen to protect you from getting burnt, right? Well, for the pool, it needs something to protect the chlorine levels from dissolving in your pool from the sun. And one thing it needs is that stabilizer. So the stabilizer is the sunscreen to your pool. And I think that is a very good way to think about it, because when it comes to all these chemicals, it can be hard to decipher what does what. What's going to help this? What's going to help that? So stabilizer, sunscreen of your pool. Protects your chlorine to keep your levels high. Just like sunscreen protects your skin to keep you from getting sunspots and all kinds of things like sun damage and all that good stuff. So what we did is we went online and got some Clorox pool chlorine stabilizer. Now I will say, on this pool, there is no skimmer on it. I am the skimmer. I'm the homemade skimmer. I really want to invest in getting a robot skimmer, one of those, I forget what the name of it is, but it's the ones that's like solar powered and it just floats around and skims. That'd be a dream of mine to get, but we're going to probably end up having to cut a skimmer into our above ground pool. So when that does happen, I will make a video about that. Or either get ones that attach on the side. But we definitely need a skimmer, because the bug issues every time I come out here, and the leaves have become a huge problem, to where when I come out to enjoy a day of swimming, there's bugs and leaves all in the pool. And you got to spend an hour just skimming it. So we got some of this Clorox stuff, and let's see if this will solve our issue. Now, they say do not add too much of this stabilizer or you will get chlorine lock, which means that your levels in your chlorine are not able to go up or down. It's like locked, like it's really locked, and it's not a good thing to get. So watch out for that. It says to pour it into your skimmer. Since we don't have a skimmer, we're gonna just pour it into the pool. For my size gallon of pool, we're gonna have to do 3 pounds of this bad boy here. And I'll show you how I'm gonna equal that out. But I will see you in just a second. All right, so I just opened the bag. Please excuse if you hear the air conditioner thing running in the background. I can't help that. So 3 pounds, I'd say I need to leave about 1/4 of the bag still left. I don't really have a measure thing. I'm just going to put a good bit. If I notice I don't have enough stabilizer, I can always go back and add more, but like I said, you don't want to add too much. To me, this looks about 3 pounds of it. This is our pool jug that we use for just pool chemicals. Make sure you have something that you just use just for the pool and not use in your day-to-day life in your house. So I might go weigh this on a scale to see how much this weighs. I'm literally a genius because I just weighed this and it is 3 pounds, so I'm proud of myself. Now, before I continue on with this stabilizer, I've got to remove the floaties, and I believe I have to remove the little floaters too because I think it dyes it. I don't know.
I forgot to film a video for YouTube for doing this, but I'm just going to pour the stabilizer in, using my jug and taking sections of the pool and pouring some of it in here. When you're a content creator, you got to pick which one you're going to film for.
All right, so the pool officially has the stabilizer in it, and I noticed that the chemicals are just sitting in an area around the pool, and I am hoping I did this right and that it dissolves. I was doing a little bit more research, and I seen that it says it's an acid and it can take a while to dissolve. So are we talking how long? You know, like we want to go swimming, but we don't want to swim in these chemicals. So I'm hoping it doesn't take long to dissolve. Have I made a big uh-oh? Who knows? Maybe this video will be posted being like a fail. I don't know. But I will show you what I'm talking about. So if you look here, you see that big old white glob? Yep, that's the chemicals. And it's all around the edges of the pool. Over there's a big glob of it. Right there. All right, so I lined up all these chemicals that we use on a daily basis, and I'm going to explain our weekly maintenance of what we do. This is what we do for now. So maybe when I learn a little bit more, do a little bit more searching and surfing of the web, I might learn a little bit more about chemicals and add more. One chemical that is missing is Algicide by Clorox. We add that in if it seems like there's like some buildup on the sides of the pool. We'll add that in, but never add it in with your shock because it will cancel out what your shock just did, okay? And I did that in one other video and showed that, and that's actually improper way, but I've learned from that. So here are the chemicals that we use. I'm going to start off with the HTH Shock. We may not stick to this brand. We may go to Clorox with this. Just because we've noticed that HTH with the other things I used, we've had some issues. But we're not going to discuss on the matter about the company because it's nothing to do with the company. Probably something to do with our water. Okay, so the shock we use once a week. You choose a day out of the week and shock your pool on that same day each week, or, you know, a little bit over a week if you want to. But shocking your pool once a week helps with killing bacteria in your pool, algae that seems to form. When we had our mustard algae problem, you can go back and look on my TikTok about that, where everything was turning yellow, this helped it. Shock got rid of it. We double shocked our pool, which basically means that instead of waiting a whole week, we did it before that week was up. That's called double shocking. That helps to kill even more bacteria. And that's what we did. Now we don't have stains on our floaties anymore, stains on our ladder, all that is gone. Now our chlorine dispenser has some stains on it from where that mustard algae used to be, because it just stained it. But once a week on your shock is great for maintenance. Ours, we use this whole packet. For your pool, measurements might be more or might be less. You'll just have to read on the back. Pool chemicals is all about reading. And I'm hearing gunshots going off, and I'm starting to think, should I go inside? But it's okay. My hair is so sweaty because it is hot here in North Carolina, like so hot. So please excuse that. Next is our Clear Bounce tablets. Whenever we got our above ground swimming pool, I heard and done so much research, and everybody raves about the Arm & Hammer Clear Bounce tablets for good reason. I've only seen good results out of these tablets. It seems like the day before I add one, my water when I'm swimming could be like cloudy and not looking like as clean as it usually is. And then once I add this tablet, the next day I go swimming, my water is crystal clear. This helps with your pH in your pool and also your alkalinity. With this and our size pool, we had to add 2 of these tablets per week. Now these dissolve within an hour. So a lot of people have wondered, why do I put the tablet in but it don't last long? Well, that's because it's made to dissolve within an hour. It's not like your chlorine tablet where it lasts a whole week and then you put a new one. No. And these are the size of chlorine tablets. They're hockey pucks. is what I call them. They're huge. All it is basically is baking soda and all kinds of other stuff. I feel like I inhaled some of that. It has some other chemicals in it, I'm pretty sure, but Arm & Hammer, main ingredients is probably baking soda if I had to guess. Pool strips, I test the pool every once in a while, probably about at least once a week, I know for sure. Sometimes more than once a week if I'm curious about the chemicals in the pool, or I sometimes shock it before I sometimes check the pool before I shock it and then the day after I shock it to see the difference. So that's my little things I like. I like these chlorine ones because there is a digital app you can go on and it helps you tell you what you need to add and all that good stuff. So those work really good, and a lot of people rave about these for good reason. Next is our new chlorine tablets. I'm not going to open this up, but you could know it's a hockey puck. Reason I'm not going to open it is because you'll inhale it really bad, and it's actually really bad for you to do. So I always just only open it when I need it. But these are big, and I showed a video of these on my TikTok as well if you want more information. But with our size pool, like I said, someone helped me out. You're supposed to add 3 of them, and that's what we have started to do. So hopefully our stabilizer will stabilize our pool to where our chlorine lasts longer and helps our levels go up so we can see a big difference. These are pretty pricey. Out of all the chemicals, the really pricey one is definitely your chlorine tablets, I have noticed. These Clear Balance ones, you can get these for about $20 maybe. Shock, I think, was like 30 something, and then this stabilizer was probably about 15, I think. So out of all these, $50, that's your most expensive chemical that you're gonna have, okay? And then our stabilizer, obviously, like I said, is your sunscreen of your pool. And they say that you only need to add stabilizer once a season. So I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. But these chlorine tablets, you basically just replace them as they dissolve. So if you see one dissolve, add another. That's basically how you keep on top of that. Pretty simple. So everything is pretty much once a week, 2 times a week. When they dissolve, you add more once a season. And then your testers as much as you want. You can test it every day if you'd like, if you feel like it, and if you want to waste your strips, then you can. But that's pretty much all the stuff we use on our pool. Like I said, some things may change. Maybe we end up deciding we don't like the chlorine. Maybe we switch to another brand. Maybe we stop using these. You know, there's always changes in your pool and things you find out that you need to add or lose or do all this. So this is what I'm using at the moment and what's working for us. And hopefully our chlorine level goes up. That's my biggest wish. I hope our chlorine level goes up with this stabilizer being in there. All right, guys. So that's going to be pretty much it for the video. If you have any questions, suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get these subscribers up. I love filming videos for you guys. And one way to keep me here is to hit that thumbs up so I know you like my content, and that way I feel good about posting videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this pool chemical video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So I know... That's going to be in the blooper.